Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Namaskar. So today just I will teach you the magnificent and the dynamic poem of Robert Frost, Stopping the Woods on a Snowy Evening. So it is written by Robert Frost. I think Robert Frost was an outstanding one of the modern poets of America. And he has won many laurels, I think the fourth successive times for the literature, because he has won fourth successive times for the literature awards in America. So I think ideally or primarily and originally he captivates of winning the hearts of the common folks or the rural belles, and describes about the lifestyles and their manifestations and also their attributions so in the society. So now I will go to the topic, and from the Robert Frost poem we learn about many more things, that is the intellectual pursuit and also educative, and we should gain more and more knowledge and enjoyment and the thrillings, sensational beauty from the poem of the Robert Frost. So I will go to the topic. The first stanza, just I will go through it, the first stanza. So, whose woods these are, I think I know. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. So here, whose woods these are, I think I know. So here, who is the owner and master of the woods? I think here Robert Frost might not ensure about that. He is not full conscious about that. No full knowledge about that. Because he knows not confidently about the owner of the woods. But I think he knows pretty well. शायद उसको मालूम है जंगल का मालिक कौन है. But not comprehensively or outbeatenly clear about this, the who is the real owner, but knows the owner. ତାଙ୍କୁ ମାଲୁମ ଅଛି ଯେ ଜଙ୍ଗଲର ମାଲିକ କିଏ, ଜଙ୍ଗଲଟା କାହାର, କିନ୍ତୁ ସେ ଏତେ କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ୍ ସିଓର ନୁହନ୍ତି ସେ ଲୋକ ବିଷୟରେ, କିନ୍ତୁ ହି ନୋଜ୍ ପ୍ରେଟି ୱେଲ୍, ତାଙ୍କର ଆଇଡ଼ିଆ ଧାରଣା ଅଛି ଯେ ଲୋକଙ୍କୁ ସେ କିଛି ଜାଣନ୍ତି କିନ୍ତୁ ଏତେ ଭଲ ଭାବରେ ଜାଣନ୍ତି ନାହିଁ. So that's why here some the little bit of negativity which touched down the readers while going through this also the magnificent and also very fascinating poem. His house is in the village though. Here Robert Frost think that, I think who is the owner of the forest or the woods, I think he may be living in one of the nearby villages. କାହିଁକି ନା ଗୋଟେ ପାଖ ଗାଁରେ ବୋଧ ହୁଏ ସେ ରହୁଥିବେ. ଏଠି ରବର୍ଟ ଫ୍ରଷ୍ଟ ଭାବୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ପାଖ ଗାଁରେ କୌଣସି ଏକ ଏଇ ଜଙ୍ଗଲକୁ ଲାଗିଥିବା ଏକ ଗାଁରେ ପାଖାପାଖି, ବହୁତ ଦୂର ନୁହଁ, ପାଖାପାଖି କୌଣସି ଏକ ଭିଲେଜରେ ସେ ରହୁଥିବେ ଏବଂ ତାଙ୍କ ଘରଟା ଏଇ ପାଖାପାଖି ଗୋଟେ ଗାଁରେ ହୋଇଥିବ. He will not see me stopping here. He will not see me stopping here. Then why the owner will see that? Then why the owner will just come out of his house? Because while Robert Frost was returning to his farmhouse, sitting upon his horseback, just a little bit or a while stopped and paused there, because to gain the glorious and sensational beauty of the woods. It means, then what was the sensational or magnificent, just splendid wood did have the forest or woods? Because that was the snowfall which was going to cover or filled up with the, that is called the whole forest or jungle. କାହିଁକି ନା ଏଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ସ୍ନୋଇ ଇଭିନିଂ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା ସମୟର ଗୋଟେ ଏଇଟା ହେଉଛି ବାତାବରଣ। ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା ସମୟରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମର ରବର୍ଟ ଫ୍ରଷ୍ଟ କବି ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି ଘୋଡ଼ା ଉପରେ ବସିକିରି ତାଙ୍କର କେଉଁଠିକି ନା ସେ ତାଙ୍କର ଫାର୍ମ ହାଉସ୍କୁ ଫେରୁଛନ୍ତି, ସେହି ସମୟରେ ଏଇ ଯେଉଁ ବରଫର ଦୃଶ୍ୟ ଦେଖିଲେ ଯେ ବରଫ ଯେମିତି ପୁରା ଜଙ୍ଗଲକୁ ଆଚ୍ଛାଦିତ କରିଦେଉଛି ଏବଂ ଯେମିତି ଗୋଟେ ସତେ ଯେପରି ଯେମିତି ଉଡ୍ସଟା ଜଣାପଡ଼ୁଛି ଜଙ୍ଗଲଟା ଗୋଟେ ବରଫର ଚାଦର ପିନ୍ଧିଛି। So that's why he halted there. I think he thought that just I will keep here, stay here permanently and to enjoy the sensuous beauty of the woods. ତେଣୁ ଚାହୁଁଥିଲେ ମୁଁ ପରମାନେଣ୍ଟଲି ଟିକେ ରହିକି ଟିକେ ଏନ୍ଜୟ କରିବି। ତେଣୁ ଯାହା ବି ହଉ, so he will not see me stopping here. Then why the owner just would think that anybody just was watching the glorious beauty of his woods? ସେ କାହିଁକି ଭାବିବେ ତାଙ୍କ ଏଭଳି ମାନେ ବିକଜ୍ ଜଷ୍ଟ ସଚ୍ ଆନ୍ ଅଡ୍ ଆୱାର୍ ଅଫ୍ ଦି ଟାଇମ୍, କାହିଁକିନା ସେଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ଅଡ୍ ଆୱାର୍ ଥିଲା, ବିକଜ୍ the time was not congenial or suitable for that time or that time of the hour. କାହିଁକି ନା ଇଭିନିଂ ଆୱାର ସମୟ, ବରଫ ପଡ଼ୁଛି। ଆଇ ଥିଙ୍କ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ୱାଜ୍ ଭେରି ବ୍ରୁଟାଲ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଭେରି ସିଭିୟର୍ କୋଲ୍ଡ। ଆଇ ଥିଙ୍କ ଇଟ୍ ୱାଜ୍ ସୋ ମଚ୍ ଭେରି ପ୍ୟାନିକ୍ କୋଲ୍ଡ ଆଉଟସାଇଡ଼୍। ତେଣୁ ଏଭଳି ଗୋଟେ ଭୟଙ୍କର ଶୀତରେ ଦେନ୍ ତା'ର ମାଲିକ ଜଙ୍ଗଲରେ ଯିଏ, ସେ କାହିଁ ଭାବିବ ଯେ କେହି ଜଣେ ଆସି ମୋ ଜଙ୍ଗଲରେ ମୋର ଜଙ୍ଗଲର ଯେଉଁ ନ୍ୟାଚୁରାଲ୍ ବିୟୁଟିକି ଉପଭୋଗ କରୁଥିବ ବୋଲି। ତେଣୁ ଏଇଟା ତ ଗୋଟେ କେହି ଜଣେ ମାଲିକ ଭାବୁନଥିବ, ବିକଜ୍ ଦି ଓନର୍ I think must be living in the nearby villages and he must be staying indoors because very thrilling cold, very sensational cold just turning outside. ତେଣୁ ବାହାରେ ଏତେ ଶୀତ ହେଉଛି, ହାଡ଼ଭଙ୍ଗା ଶୀତ ହେଉଛି, ଜଣେ କାହିଁକି ପଦାକୁ ସେ ବାହାରିବ? ସେ ଘର ଭିତରେ ଉଷୁମ ଭିତରେ ଥିବେ। So nobody wants to be outstation or outside during the I think the brutal cold outside. କେହି ବି କାହିଁ ପଦାକୁ ଆସିବ? ତେଣୁ ମାଲିକ କାହିଁ ଭାବିବ ଯେ ତା ଏରିଆରେ ତା ଜାଗା ଉପରେ ଛିଡ଼ା ହେଇକି ଯେ କାହିଁକି ଏଇ ଗୋଟେ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା ସମୟରେ ବରଫ ପଡ଼ୁଥିବା ଜଙ୍ଗଲରେ କାହିଁକି ସେ ଛିଡ଼ା ହେଇକି ରହିବ? ଆଚ୍ଛା, to touch his woods fill up with snow because the snow was going to cover the whole forest. I think it is the snowfall, I think, which was so magnificent because to watch the beauty of the woods. କାହିଁକି ନା ଏତେ ବରଫ ଯେଉଁ ପଡ଼ୁଛି ଯେମିତି ସତେ ଜଣାପଡ଼ୁଛି, ଆଇ ଥିଙ୍କ ଏଭ୍ରି ପାର୍ଟ ଆଣ୍ଡ ପାର୍ସଲ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଦି ଫରେଷ୍ଟ ୱାଟ୍ ଗୋଇଂ ଟୁ କଭର୍ ୱିଥ୍ ସ୍ନୋ। ସବୁଗୁଡ଼ିକ ଯେମିତି ବରଫାବୃତ ହୋଇଯାଉଛି, ସବୁ ଜାଗା ଗୁଡ଼ିକ ଜଙ୍ଗଲର, even the single leaves and also the trees and every around of the woods are fully covered with the snowfall. So that was because the poet wanted to satisfy his poetic imagination, to satisfy his poetic temperament, to satisfy his poetic potentialities, because that's why he stopped there. Not only he paused there to satisfy his poetic imagination or poetic temperament, but also he wanted to enjoy the sensuous and the sensational glorious beauty of the woods. So I will go to the next stanza. So it is, my little horse must think it queer. Queer means strange, outlandish. I think it is so curious because it is unusual, unfamiliar place. ଘୋଡ଼ା ପାଇଁ ତାଙ୍କର ଯେଉଁ ଲିଟିଲ୍ ହର୍ସ ସେଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ଡେସ୍କ୍ରାଇବ୍ କରାଯାଇଛି। ଲିଟିଲ୍ ହର୍ସ ମାନେ it is just pony. Pony means a small horse. No, it because the owner just describes or address the horse very dearly and lovingly and affectionately, that out of love and affection he has used the word here, my little horse. That is must think it queer. ଘୋଡ଼ା ଭାବୁଥିବ ଯେ ଜାଗାଟା ତା ପାଇଁ it is unusual, it is unfamiliar because it is uncommon, it is so outlandish. ତା ପାଇଁ ଏଠି ନୂଆ ଜାଗା, କାହିଁକି ନା ଘୋଡ଼ାର ଫାର୍ମ ହାଉସ୍ ତା ପାଇଁ ସୁଇଟେବୁଲ୍ ପ୍ଲେସ୍, because always he halts, stops at the farm house nearby, because that is the lovable place of the horse. Then horse here think that, why my master was standing there in such an odd hour of the day, and also when everything was also unpleasant, but the woods were so much attractive during the time which the master was gaining the momentum beauty from the woods. So that is So to stop without a farmhouse, कारण पाखेरे फार्म हाउस नहीं. So horse painka, the horse think that if my master has made any mistake, has done any error, or he may be also thoughtful, immersed in the beauty of the forest or woods, or any mistake my master has done. So in order to rectify the mistake of the master, then what he does, that is between the woods and the frozen lake. देखो दुईटा जगह मध्य the poet just was standing in between the two places. From one side, the that is snowfall was going on, means that is the woods, and another side that is the frozen lake. Frozen lake means due to the heavy snowfall, I think the surface of the water has turned into the frozen. पूरा माने जोटे कि आमर जो लेक रो सरफेस पूरा बरफ आच्छादित हो जाइए. Even the drop of the waters could not be seen from that place. पानी बुंदा भी देखा मिलबनी. एवं so that's why the horse thinks, why my master was standing in between the two places, one side the snowfall forest and another side the frozen lake. So in the middle, so it is not the suitable place for my master, and it is not the congenial place for my master, because that was so unusual place, because heavy snowfall was going on. I think very sensational, that is very brutal cold was also going outside. I think so due to such situation or scenario, the horse wanted to remind the master of about this kind of scenario. ତେଣୁ ଘୋଡ଼ା ଚାହୁଁଥିଲା ମୋ ମାଷ୍ଟରକୁ ଟିକେ ମନେ ପକାଇ ଦିଏ ଯେ କାଳେ ବି ଭୁଲ ବଶତଃ ଏ ଜାଗାରେ ସେ ଆସି ଅଟକି ଯାଇଛନ୍ତି, ଯେଉଁଟାକି ମୋର ଫ୍ୟାମିଲିୟର ପ୍ଲେସ୍ ନୁହେଁ, ମୋ ପାଇଁ ଏଇଟା ସୁଇଟେବୁଲ୍ ପ୍ଲେସ୍ ନୁହେଁ. So the darkest evening of the year, darkest evening means the longest night of the year. I think it may be this winter solstice. এইটা ଗୋଟେ winter solstice ହେଇଥିବ, that is December 22 winter solstice. So due to that reason, due to that circumstances, so it is the longest night of the year. So that's why এইটা ଗୋଟେ ଏତେ ଅନ୍ଧାର ତମାମ ରାତି ମଧ୍ୟରେ କେହି କାହା ମୁହଁକୁ ଦେଖିପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି, ପଶୁଟିଏ ଚଢ଼େଇଟିଏ ପକ୍ଷୀଟିଏ କେହି ବି ନାହାନ୍ତି. So I think at such odd hour of the time, then why the poet was standing there? କାହିଁକି ନା କବି ତ ପ୍ରକୃତିର ପ୍ରେମରେ ଉଛୁଳି ପଡ଼ିଥିଲେ, ପ୍ରକୃତିର ସ୍ରୋତରେ ସେ ଭାସି ଯାଇଥିଲେ, ପ୍ରକୃତିର ସ୍ରୋତରେ ନିଜକୁ ସେ ହଜେଇ ଦେଇଥିଲେ. ତେଣୁ ସେ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ବୋଧହୁଏ my master has done some errors, any mistakes, or something else also, any mistake may be there in my mind of my master. So that's why. So ଏଇଭଳି ଅନ୍ଧାର ରାତିରେ କାହିଁକି ମୋତେ ଏଠି ସେ ଛିଡ଼ା କରିଛନ୍ତି? ତେଣୁ ଘୋଡ଼ା ସବୁକିଛି ତାଙ୍କ ମାଷ୍ଟରକୁ ଜଣେଇ ଦେବାକୁ ସେ ଚାହୁଁଛି ଯେ ତୁମେ ଯେ କ'ଣ ପାଇଁ ନିଜକୁ ହଜେଇ ଦେଇଛ, କାହିଁକି ନା ସେ ଢଳି ପଡ଼ିଥିଲେ ପ୍ରକୃତିର ପ୍ରେମରେ, ଯେଉଁଥିପାଇଁ କି ବିକଜ୍ he had forgotten about his own horse, one dear horse. ନିଜ ଘୋଡ଼ାକୁ ବି ସେ ଭୁଲି ଯାଇଥିଲେ ଯେ ମୁଁ କାହିଁକି ନା ମଣିଷ ବେଳେବେଳେ I think sometimes the man also involved in such kind of the intrigue and the depressed mood. So during the time he has no time just aloof from that. ତେଣୁ ସେ ସମୟରେ ଅନେକ ପ୍ରକୃତିର ପ୍ରେମରେ ହଜେଇଥିବା ସମୟରେ ସେ ଅନ୍ୟ ଜଣକୁ ଜାଣିପାରେନି, ପାଖରେ ବସିଥିବା ଗୋଟେ ଲୋକକୁ ବି ଚିହ୍ନି ପାରେ ନାହିଁ. ତେଣୁ ଯୁଆଡ଼େ ଚାହିଁବ ଅନେଇବ, ବରଫ ଦେଖିଲେ ବରଫ, ଦେହରେ ବରଫ ଛୁଇଁଲେ ବରଫ. ତେଣୁ ଏ ସମୟରେ ଘୋଡ଼ା ଚାହୁଁଛି the horse also wants his master, warning ଦଉଛି, wants his master just to get away from that. You get the detachment from that and see your version of thoughts toward the realistic world. So I think so. Goodbye to all and enjoy the commentary of this poem. So next time I will go to the next stanza. Till then, goodbye and thank you all.